Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Woolley Treasures podcast. Hello lovelies and welcome to the Woolley Treasures podcast. If you're new here, I'm Alison, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much. I'm absolutely thrilled with the subscriptions, likes and comments that I've had so far. And if you're one of the lovely people that have messaged me to encourage me to keep going, then thank you very much. And to everybody else, if you want to know why I'm doing this, it's their fault. You can blame them. I don't know why, but I find this bit the most difficult. I think it's because I'm just trying to talk and I'm not talking about the knitting. So hang on in there. It will get better. Let's have a sip of this and then we'll get going. Oh, it's everybody. It's been nearly 3 weeks, I think, since my last podcast. We've had bonfire night, we've had Halloween, and now we're on the steam train to Christmas. So I hope you're all well, and I hope you've had lots of nice treats if you've been on out for Halloween. I'm rambling. I'm going to have a sip and then we'll get going, and then I feel a bit more comfortable and I won't look so awkward. Right, so I'll head straight in with my first finished knit, if that's okay, which is this lovely lady. And I also have to give a huge apology to the lovely designers of this tea cozy. And it did have coffee in it, not tea. If you saw my last podcast, you'll know what I'm talking about. But isn't she beautiful? I am so happy with this. The apology is to the tea cozy folk on Etsy, because in the last episode I did say that I started this 7 years ago and I'd lost the pattern. Now I knew the pattern was from the Simply Knitting magazine, and way back when I bought this, it was Alan Dart used to do a lot of the toy makes and stuff. So I wrongly assumed that because it came out of the Simply Knitting magazine, it was an Alan Dart, but it wasn't. It's from the tea cozy folk. Now I should have known that, because I have also had 2 other patterns of theirs. One was the Queen and Churchill, and I'll put pictures there. I can't encourage people to go out and buy these enough. The detail is so good. Look at him, little froggy. So she's got a little book of spells, and then there's another little froggy. He's escaped, and then the witch's cat. I think she's chasing the frog. But lovely. So unfortunately I didn't finish it in time for Halloween, but it's finished now, and it will take pride of place next Halloween. Double knit yarn, 4mm needles, and that's more or less all you need. Your yarn, darning needle, scissors, and your knitting needles, and some little bit of stuffing. And I think she's so cute. Oh, got a mess of edges there. Ends I need to fill in. We'll ignore that, and after this I'll go and sort that out before I put her away, so she's ready for next year. So that was the first one. I think in the last episode I said I needed to have 3 finished projects before I was able to cast on anything else, and this was one of them. This is the deep V-neck cardigan. I'll put the usual there so you can see it in full thingy. Unfortunately, the buttons I've put, I don't know if I can show you, tiny little, oh, pushing the camera over, tiny little pearl buttons, but I'm going to have to replace those because they're a bit too small and it keeps undoing. But I'm really pleased with this. Really pleased. It is a bit snug, but then I have, as I've said before, because I've not been very mobile due to my hips, I've put on a little bit of weight, but that's all going to get remedied soon because once I have the other hip done, then I'm going to be on that exercise bike and we're going to lose a few pounds. Not because I'm worried about how I look, but only because I've got so many things that I've made, sewing and knitting, that now don't fit me and I want to get back into them. So yeah, so we'll do that. We'll sort that out come December. And I've undone again, so I do apologise. I don't think you'd be able to see, so it doesn't really matter. But there we go. If you see me faffing around, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do the cardigan back up. And I've now completely lost my train of thought, which is pass the course on these. Oh yeah, so this was done in double knit yarn, and it was made in the Hobby Crafts Knit Crafts Special Edition, which is acrylic. I think I've said before, it's 100% recycled acrylic, 98%, oh sorry, I'm stuck on that now. It says solid 100% recycled acrylic. On for the solid, this is a solid, and then it was telling me about the speckled. This is the solid one. And so yeah, it's the recycled acrylic, which is good. It is a bit restrictive, but I don't know if that's because the last one I made was in a double knit woolen yarn and it had a bit more give, but then I don't know if that's because of the extra poundage I've put on, or if it is because it's well, not cotton, is it? It's acrylic instead of wool, but it's a very quick knit. I'll put a picture of the pattern in case you haven't seen it before, and it does come in two variations. So you have this, they're both the deep V neckline, but this one is the mohair collar, which I've done in an alpaca silk and then brushed up. Or you can do one with it's a crochet collar. I'll put a detailed picture there, and then you can either have the 3/4 length sleeves, which I've got here, or the shorter length sleeves. I think if I do it again, I'll do it in the 1/4 length sleeves. I think these days with central heating and whatnot, you don't really need the long sleeves as much, or I don't anyway, thanks to menopause, but that's a different story. So yeah, so this is my second finish knit, and I am very pleased with it. I'll put a more detailed video up of me wearing it so you can see. It's short, it comes up to your waist. I'm quite high-waisted, but yeah, it's a very nice fit. It's a very quick knit, and I think it will be quite nice. I made it originally because I wanted something nice to wear in the office. That tells you how long ago it was that I started it, and now I'm working from home, but I'm hoping to get back into the office soon. I'm waffling again, but yeah, so that is that. I think if I do it again, and I will do it again, I think maybe I'll do it in a contrasting collar. I tried to get it as similar as possible, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. But I mean, it's nice, but in my eyes, I think it looks like it needs a wash. You know, like it's a little bit dirty. But no, that might just be me. Right, finish make number 3. And again, I'm not 100% happy with this, but this is the cable knit sweater in Stylecraft Fusion Chunky. with the big collar. Actually, when I'm holding it like that, it looks quite nice. But I actually wore it on Friday, and the collar kept pinging in because they tell you to leave it loose. So I think what I might do is actually catch it to the top, because like that it looks nicer. But I'll put a picture of me wearing it. It's long sleeves, chunky in fusion, which is it's a flecky yarn, and it's really soft. It's lovely. I'm definitely going to be using this yarn again, and I've already bought another chunky knit pattern. I'll show you a picture of that when we do the acquisitions at the end. So yeah, I finished 3, and I'm pleased. I am pleased with it. It was a fast knit because it's done on 7mm needles, and with being chunky. So yeah, that was good. I'll put the Etsy seller and everything in the description below if you want to have a look for the pattern. I think I said it was the 1950s, late 50s, early 60s pattern. So yeah, so those are my finished knits. Time for a sip of my coffee. It's probably gone cold now, actually. Yeah, it has gone cold. Right, so acquisitions, not acquisitions, works in progress. So again, if you've seen the other podcast, you'll know that I'm trying to make a bed jacket, because I had this silly idea that I was going to, I've bought a cream nightie, and I thought, oh, you don't actually get laid up in bed after a hip, not anymore. They have you out of, once you come round from recovery, they have you up 2 hours after to walk around. So there's no excuse really to lay in bed. But for the first couple of days when I'm on the more heavier painkillers, I sleep a lot. So I thought this would be nice for when because I'm going to be knitting. Let's be honest, I'm going to be sat there sleeping or knitting and enjoying myself. I'm not going to be enjoying myself. That's a really silly thing to say, because it's, you know what I mean. Anyway, enough said about that. Right, so I think I was nearly finished the one side, and I think I'm going to try and lower the camera a little bit. I don't know if that's going to help. It doesn't really help. But anyway, so I've done the one side. Well, I have now done the second side. So these bits are for the shoulders, which go up there, and then you've got the ribbing, and then where you've increased, you turn over like that, and it will give you a bit of I think that sort of shows you what it's going to look like, a bit of a collar. Then you have the sleeves, which I think are going to take me quite a while. Looking at, I need to bend down, don't I? I don't think that was a good idea. Let me put you back up again. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, I think the sleeves are going to take me quite a bit of time, because they're quite menopause is a lovely thing for your brain. Voluminous. Yeah, they're big because they're very. There's a lot of them to make them puffy, I suppose is the best word to describe them. And the back is all ribbing. Yeah, you know how I love ribbon, and it's the whole back. But it's on. This was done on 2 3/4 needles, I think, and the back's done on UK 11 3mm needles. Yeah, sorry, I paused you there son was just coming down the stairs. Just letting him know in case he wandered in and didn't want to be on camera, which he doesn't. So, yeah. And as I say, so next time, I can't think how long it is now till the 1st of December. It probably will be around just before I do the next podcast. So if I haven't got this finished, we'll want to know why. It might not be finished because that ribbon is going to take a heck of a long time, as are the sleeves. But yeah, see what I mean? It looks a lot nicer, this top, doesn't it, when it's thingy, but bigger buttons I need to go and find. Right, so where are we with the second WIP? Oh, well, let's have a little word about WIPs, actually. So I think in the last video I said I needed to finish 3 items before I cast on anything else. And I did. Tea cozy, this, and the cable sweater. So that would have brought me down to 26 WIPs. No, I'm back to 29 WIPs again, as I was last week. So the current count is 3 blankets, 9 baby outfits, 1 elephant head, 1 tiger rug, 1 bag, daisy bag, 7 jumpers and cardigans, because I've casting on 1, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. A pair of gloves, 4 Christmas makes now, and 2 tea cozies. So I finished 3. I've started another 2 items, and I found one when I was looking for the teapot for the tea cozy. So yeah, so what have I got? Work in progresses. The Christmas blanket is slow progress, but I'm hoping that in December I'll be able to get more done. And my friend's coming over to see me on Monday evening. She's also making the same blanket. So yeah, we'll sit and probably have a chat and do some of this together. But that's how far I've got. So I've now completed the snowflakes, and I'm on the next little panel. And I found a little stitch marker, little Christmas stocking. So that's where I was, and yeah, not done very much, but I've been concentrating on that bed jacket. So that's why. But this is I've really enjoyed doing this. Actually, it looks quite nice, considering I was saying about my tension being all off, and that you can tell they're snowflakes, I think. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's in King Cole Chunky in cream, and it's on 5 and 5.5 millimeter needles. The pattern design is by Kerry Jane Designs. I'll put a picture there as usual. So yeah, I'm really enjoying doing this. I think, if memory serves, it's 3 repeats of what I've done so far. You repeat that 3 times, and then you do the edging and add the tassels at the end. So yeah, that should be quite good. It's very warm. It'll be really snuggly. I'm sitting on the wall. There we go. So yeah, that's work in progress number 2. Number 3 is another one that I showed you in the last video, which is now it's by the 1-2 company, and it's a Christmas, I can't actually remember what it's called, but I'll put the picture there. And it's the Christmas, I suppose you'd call it a basket, wouldn't you? But it's not, it hasn't got a handle or anything, so it's a bowl or a basket. But yeah, bowl or a basket. So yeah, that's what we had already. But I've made one of the little gingerbread men. Oh, I'm so pleased with this. It's quite big. although I know when you've done the edging, so this will come up quite big, but then he sits at the front. So yeah, I was really pleased with this. So this is done on 4mm needles. So you need and I've used safety eyes, but really you could just do that with black wool. Don't need safety eyes. And he's due to have some buttons. Now I have got some tiny buttons somewhere in my stash. I've got to go and find them. I don't know where they are. So either I'm going to find them and put the buttons on, or I might just do French knots in different colours. I think that will probably just look just as nice. So I've got him, and I've got 2 more to do in the pattern. It's 2 little girls, and they've got pink bows in their hair, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to use like a gold Christmassy colour rather than the pink. So that's as far as I've got with that. It's really quick to make these. I started this last night, and I would have had it finished. I finished it this morning. I would have had it finished last night, but we got waylaid with a AI an AI app that somebody sent my husband, and we were playing about with pictures, so everything got a bit delayed, which is why I'm not really prepared today, because I was going to prepare everything last night, but we ended up going down a rabbit hole with AI pictures. But yeah, so that's the first one. So I'll try and finish the other 2 this evening, and hopefully this will be finished then as well when I speak to you guys next. So that's 1, 2, 3. What else have I got to show you? Right, okay, this is a new Christmas make, and that's as far as I've got, which is an angel. Now let me have a look at my book, because I did write down. This is a pattern from Etsy, and it is by, I should have put the ribbon in my page so I could see where I was. Right, so this will be the Gloriana Christmas Angel by Crafty Jean Indonesia on Etsy. And that is done in 4-ply cotton. Picture there. And I just think that will look amazing for Christmas. I like making Christmas decorations, because I know then they're going to last. Little face, there we go. Yeah, so that's as far as I've got. Next is the skirt, and I was waiting for some glue sticks to come for my glue gun, so I could sort everything else out. So that's, yeah, that will be ongoing. Hopefully that will be ready for Christmas. So yeah, I recommend that. He has some fantastic patterns. I really recommend you go and have a look. So that's Crafty Jeans Indonesia on Etsy, and oh yeah, they're fabulous if you like Christmas ornament. Well, she does other ones as well, but her Christmas ornaments are really spectacular. I just hope I can do it justice. Still on Christmas, I'm afraid, and this is, and this isn't going to be done for this Christmas, but this is going to be a blanket for us, and it's little snowflakes, which I've done on a navy blue and white. And I've done a few. I think I've done 3 or 4. How many have I done? Let's have a look. I've managed to do 3. 3 so far. But yeah, that's quite cute. I was making these while I was watching spin-off to Father Brown. Oh, see, this is terrible when you can't think of things. yeah, so I was knitting these while I was watching Sister Boniface, which is I think the spin-off from Father Brown series. So I'm getting into that now. But yeah, I think they're really cute. I'm not sure whether to do a white edging around them or keep it in the blue. I don't know. What do you think? Blue edging or white edging? I suppose the white might make it look a bit crisp. But yeah, so that is number 1, 2, 3, 4, WIP number 5. And that's probably going to be ready for next Christmas, but that's okay. Right, so I've got, well, it's 2, but they're sort of a set of WIPs to show you. And again, these are ones that I started quite a while ago. Actually, well, I'll show you them and then I'll explain. So we've got a headless. Now I think this is Mrs. Holly. Got a scarf there. This is Holly, a little robin, and a headless Mr. Jolly. I started these the first Christmas of lockdown, and then didn't finish them for Christmas, so they got put in the bottom of a bag, which got put in a cupboard, which had things put on top of them. And when I was recently looking for something else, I'd forgotten all about them and found them and thought, I have no excuse, I've got to finish these. Right, so for this Christmas, Mrs. Holly and Mr. Jolly. I have actually knitted the heads, I've just got to stuff them and put them on, but I didn't want to rush them because there's the little faces and things. So I think I quite like Mr. Jolly with his waistcoat. I think he looks quite dapper. So yeah, and I need to undo the skirt on here because I don't know if you can see, but I've sewn it on, it's a bit skewiff. So I'm going to take her apart and put her back together again. And get those finished. And yeah, we'll have those for next week. These are genuine Alan Dart patterns. Excuse me, scarf flew off. Yeah, these are genuine Alan Dart patterns that I got in the Simply Knitting magazine, but you can buy them still from his website, and they are just a joy to knit. And they're in double knit using 4-ply, and I find it a great way of using excuse me, my voice sounds really today. Great way of using bits and bobs that you've got left from other makes. And also I get I'm quite lucky, I get donated a lot of yarn from people because they know I like to knit stuff. So if they know anybody who's got bits and pieces, they save them up for me. So yeah, these are great. I suppose you call them stash busters. Yeah, so that is my 1, 2, 3, 4, my 5th WIP that I was going to show you, 5th or 6th, however you want to think about it, but that's that. So talking of yarn busting, I was watching lovely Sarah from the Knitting Forecast this morning, and she was saying about she's got this jar that she's been using to all her odds and ends as you knit, to put all the bits of yarn in, because that, especially for doing things like this, brilliant for stuffing. So I'm going to start doing that now. I've got a pile of odds and ends on the coffee table. I need to find a jar. So yeah, probably going to be a Nescafe with all the coffee I'm drinking at the moment. Perhaps I could do a little label on it, but I don't know. We'll think about that. Yeah, so I love making his little knits. I don't know how he comes up with these designs. He's such a clever man. That little robin, but here we go. Yeah, so that's that for now for the works in progress. Although, as I say, 29 and counting. I'm really trying. I keep finding other things that I want to cast on, and it's really difficult not to, but I'm going to keep going. So these are the ones I need to concentrate on first. Acquisitions. Okay, right, so if I can reach, bear with me for a second. Ooh. Okay, so the lovely Lizzie from Killer Kitsch 13 put the call out for some test knitters again recently, and of course I can't resist. So I'm not going to tell you what it is we're knitting, but look at this yarn. It's by Yarn Smiths, and it's the first time I've tried their yarn, and it's in their double knit glitter, which I think I put down how much it was. I got it from Wool Warehouse and it was £2.25. So yeah, in the next podcast you'll be seeing that's coming out. You can really see there's so much glitter on this, really pretty. So yeah, Wool Warehouse, Yarn Smiths, which I've seen other people on podcast use and talk about Yarn Smiths. So I'm pleased with this. Sometimes if you get a glitter yarn, it can be quite itchy, scratchy. This is really soft, really soft. So I think that'll be nice to wear. But yeah, so that was how many did I get? I got 4 balls from the Wool Warehouse. I like getting from them because you can use the bags that they send them in are good for project bags. So yeah, so that was that acquisition. The second acquisition, if I can get them out. Right, I'm going to get one of each. And there should be a green one somewhere. There it is. Okay, so are these colours? That's not coming up really. That's a chocolate brown, a red, a Christmas green and a black. And these are the Giza Cotton 4-ply. Again from Wool Warehouse. And they were, I think it's 50 grams. Yeah, 50 grams. And they come at, it's on here but I can't see it. Why can't I see it? £2.69 a ball. Now this is from, again, the Crafty Jeans Indonesia that I bought for the Gloria Christmas Angel. It's another knit. I'll put the pattern there, and I just thought that would be a lovely ornament for Christmas. So I'm going to again try and get that finished for this Christmas. I don't know. There's quite a lot of things I think I want to knit, but or crochet actually. It's not knit, it's crochet, which is a bit kinder because I've been finding lately my my fingers have been aching, and so if I stop knitting and crochet instead, it eases up on the hands. So okay, so a bit bitty today with different Christmas knits. I hope maybe some of them have been interesting for you. Maybe you'd like to have a look at the Etsy sellers and see if there's anything there that you can do for Christmas. Yeah, so that's all I've really got to show today. Has anyone seen yet in the UK the new the Wool show with Tom Daly? For the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. Is it called The Wool Show? I don't think it is it? But anyway, it's on Sundays at 8 o'clock. I watched it last week, and I must say, the jury's out. I'm not 100% sure. I think with knitting, because things take a long time, I don't know if it suits the format of being on TV or not. But anyway, I'm going to watch it again tonight, and hopefully a bit better. Be a bit better. They did Fair Isle last week. Goodness knows why they chose that for the first one. I think they would have been better to do something a bit quicker. But yeah, we will see. And I felt really sad for the guy that went out first, because he was doing the and I can't think what it's called. You're going to see it pop up in a minute, and they cut through. I've never tried it before. Yeah, but he was quite daring. He was trying something that was a bit more not complicated, but he was doing something different, and he still went out. But anyway, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it and what you think. And I'll give it another go tonight, and I'll let you know next week what I thought. But yeah, I know it's been aired in other, not this particular format, but the show has been on, I think, was it Sweden? I think somebody said. So I'd be very interested to see if I could see a episode of that somewhere online to see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. I had high hopes, and I wasn't thrilled, I must say. But anyway, we'll give it another go. Yeah, so I'll give it another watch tonight, and I'll let you know what I think of it. Yeah, so I'm off to make some more gingerbread men, and I hope to see you all in the next podcast. Until then, happy knitting, and thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye. Hello, lovelies, and welcome to episode 3 of the Woolley pod. Where am I?